Hey y'all, we sure did kill a bunch of ducks when we were in Arkansas. We had to clean a bunch of ducks. So all the ducks we cleaned, we saved the duck tenderloins out of them. Kind of like a chicken tender, same thing as a chicken tender. It's a little piece of meat under between the big part of the breast, right next to the breastbone. And what we're gonna do is make a good traditional southern pot of tender gumbo. Duck gumbo. One of my favorites. It's a simple recipe, just a few choice ingredients. But the most important part is building your roux. The roux is basically equal parts of oil and flour. In this case, I'm cooking for probably 5-6 people, so I'm using 1 cup of oil to 1 cup of flour. And it takes about 45 minutes to prep your roux. You want to cook it on low to medium heat until your roux gets the chocolate brown color. So here we are. Already got a cup of flour in the pot. About to add a cup of oil and get it mixed up to a nice paste, even pasty kind of consistency. Turn this on to medium-low heat and get to stir. And as this cooks, I'm going to prep the rest of my ingredients to throw in here. But do not neglect your roux. If you burn your roux, you got to start all over. You got to constantly stir. I'm going to start with my celery. Get it going. Get everything chopped up nice and fine. Want equal amounts of celery, pepper, and onion. And I always add a little extra meat because I'm more of a meatitarian. You got to be committed to be a meatitarian. The only reason I add vegetables is mainly for the flavor. This is a recipe passed down from my grandpa to my dad and to me. In my family, all the men did the cooking. The women didn't do any of the cooking. It's all men. My mama tried to cook one time, but she brought home Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Trio medley of vegetables, your celery, your pepper, your onion, all southern cooking. This is some homemade deer smoked sausage. Rarely do we ever buy meat in my house. I try to use equal amounts of sausage to duck. I like a more meaty gumbo. You know, a lot of people use equal amounts of everything. Equal amounts of celery, pepper, onion, sausage, duck, shrimp, chicken, whatever. I add a little extra meat because I like more meat. I'm using approximately a pound and a half of smoked sausage and approximately 2 pounds of duck meat. That's that. I'm gonna take over the roux and let Abel rinse these duck breasts off and drain them a little bit. He's gonna be my sous chef this evening.
Yeah. I have no idea what that means.
And also when he takes over that, I'm gonna get the pot ready for some rice. Get it ready to start cooking some rice in.
Smell that duck.
"30 to 45 minutes later, sitting here stirring this. It's all worth it in the end. As you can see, our roux has become kind of almost chocolate brown. I think we're so hungry we're gonna cut it short a little bit, but it doesn't matter. As long as you get it dark, the darker the better. But I kind of like it this way because when you add water, you still got a kind of a creamy color, creamy flavor. But now we're ready for our next step. We got our roux, the consistency and the color we like it. So now we're about to throw in our vegetables. Get all them in there. Oh yeah. Stir them up, let them sweat down, caramelize. Get in here and look, and it'll start thickening up here in just a second. So now what we're gonna do is add our homemade deer smoked sausage to the pot. Let that get to warming up and blending the flavors of the smoked sausage in with the roux and in with the vegetables. Let all that come together. As you can see, it's really thick. Getting super thick right now. And that's all because of the love and the time that you take in putting in the roux. Alright, our sausages are warmed up. They're starting to seep some fat out. So that's a good sign, and that tells me it's time to add some water. I don't really know exactly how much water to add. All I know is I add it till I get the creaminess and the consistency of the gumbo that I like. So I just add a little bit at a time, stir it up, let it become one consistency. If I need more, add more. Add a little at a time, because you can't take it out, but you can always put more back in. That looks good right there. We got some gravy, looks like a gravy going on in there. A little thicker than I like, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water. All right, now I'm to the consistency that I like with my gumbo. It's kind of a real thick soup, creamy, nice and creamy. So what I'm gonna do now is start adding my spices. I start off with cayenne pepper. Can't have anything without some pepper in it. Spice up your life. Don't have any particular measurement techniques. Just add your spices to your taste. When you're adding your bay leaves, 1 pot of gumbo, no more than 3 to 4 whole leaves. This one I'm gonna add 4 whole ones. That's 2.5. Let me find another. There, that'll make up for it. Add a little bit of black pepper. Just because everybody else on TV adds black pepper and salt to everything. I don't know why. But better add it. A little salt just because. Alright, now we're coming to the parsley. I love the parsley. Parsley's got a good aromatic flavor, good aromatic smell, and it adds good color to the finished product as well. Perfect. Add some parsley. The garlic. If you have fresh minced garlic, it's best. All I have right now is dry minced garlic. So I add a little bit extra because it's a dried minced garlic. Fresh minced garlic, a little bit less to whatever your flavor. We'll let that simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we'll add our meat. And then let that simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we'll eat. Alright, we got everything come together. Our spices come together good with the roux and the vegetables and our sausage. Final step, add the duck tenderloins. All them ducks we killed in Arkansas. Oh, all the tenderloins coming out in the pot at once. We're gonna stir them around, let them cook down. Usually on low to medium heat, takes about 20 minutes to get them a good medium product. Alright, the gumbo's finished. What we're gonna do, we're gonna serve it over a bed of wild rice. Get a little bit of wild rice in there. And get you a bountiful scoop of this flavorful southern recipe of duck gumbo. Here you go, Abel. There's your plate. Woo. Now I'm gonna make mine and we're gonna eat.